Alright, good evening. Welcome to the final week of the Switchport Battle Week. It's week 13. We've been doing this shit for just a little bit over 3 months now, and it's all accumulated to this. So what you see right here on the screen is the bracket from last week. How the matches are going to go down, we're going to be playing for 7th, 5th, 3rd, and 1st place. So it's going to be Zenaga's team versus the Discord team, Kahuna's team versus myself for 7th, and then Zenaga and Discord team is going to be 7th, Kahuna and myself is going to be for 5th, and then we got JP versus Chace for 3rd, and then finally Bio versus Nash for number 1. We're going to have 4 sets tonight, just like always. And just like always, I'm with my co-host, Mr. JP the Mockman himself.
Hi, that's me. I'm JP the Mockman, and I'm going to get 3rd place today. How about you?
No, I cannot get 3rd place, JP. If you were listening, I'm going to have to be able to get 5th place. But I am going to get 5th place and not 6th place. So, if Kahuna's in the chat, just know that I'm going to get 5th place and not 6th place.
And if Chace is in the chat, just to let you know, I'm going to get 3rd place and not the other one.
Now, if Chace was in the chat, unfortunately, I do not have this image translated to Australian. It is facing right up. But if Chace, you need to look at it, just take your computer monitor and turn it upside down, and you should be able to read it. Oh, shit. I got something. Oh, Comrade Bob! Hey, man. Thanks for the follow. Have my alerts hidden under this bracket. But other than that, I'm kind of ready to just get going.
I am absolutely ready to get going.
Alright, so we're just going to hop right over here to the overlay. We got Zenaga versus Discord. So the Discord this week, how we decided to do it is that the best monster of DC and B rank on the Discord will be participating this week. So as you can see, it's going to be Tendril, Engine, and Stardust. Of course, Jack and Fenric are mainstays every week. And then Zenaga Zenaga has his regular squad. So, JP, why don't you go ahead and set the bet up? I'll get the stats on screen.
I did set the bet up already, actually. I'm 1 step ahead of you.
Alright, thank you, sir. Let me pull up my phone so I can see when the bets, when the bets end. Alrighty, so actually, even a 1K split on this right now, so very interesting. So Escar go through out the weeks has actually been a pretty strong C rank monster. I believe he was in the All-Star week. Has a win on Nematode, and Tendril does too, actually. So 2 Nematode Slayers right here.
Yeah, I think it's very important to note that both these monsters have beat monsters that you would typically consider punching above their weight. However, just because they beat Nematode before doesn't mean they're always spectacular. Right, upsets do happen. As we see right now, both monsters are just kind of flailing at each other, not being able to hit. Finally, Escargot hits a move into a direct foolery, into missing another move. So this is going to be quite the interesting set, and there's a reason why these 2 monsters are fighting for 7th for their teams. However, Escargot right now taking an early lead.
Yeah, so one of the things Escargot is going to have over Tendril is that damage output. But as soon as I say it, that huge Guts lead crit face attack does a decent chunk to Escargot's health. So he's actually under half health right now in the green health. Needs to land an attack. Misses the 31% belly punch on Tendril. So Tendril looking like he's in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah, and as much as I wouldn't trust Tendril to drive a car right now, I definitely trust Tendril to win this match. So we have not a lot of time left going on the clock, and yeah, that's right. This might even be a KO if it's crits. It doesn't, but Tendril still wins the first match.
Alright, so Tendril up 1-0 in this D-rank set so far. As we said, for the last 12 weeks, D-rank is a best 2 out of 3 format. So, Tendril just needs 1 more game on Nematode to win here.
Nematode?
Oh god, sorry. I'm already thinking about my shit. Escargot to win here. Looks like...
Yeah, your shit is right.
Oh shit, now my entire flow is thrown off. Mr. JP, continue the commentating for me. I'm gonna take a drink.
Alright, as we see right here, Escargot does have a bit of a disadvantage with life, but does have the Guts lead. Unfortunately, Escargot is not exactly having the best luck landing these attacks right now, which kind of makes sense. They're all at, 30-some-odd%, and immediately goes into a Foolery and gets it with another Meat Spin. Guts rate is now equal, but Escargot wasn't able to equal the life lead. It's closer than it was before by a mile, but Tendril still has this, and not only does Tendril still have this, Tendril still has the Guts lead. Escargot's gonna get maybe 1 or 2 more attacks to hit with something, and it needs to be a crit at this point if it's going to succeed. And it went for something, but it did Foolery, so Tendril's gonna win this 2-0.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a pretty hard matchup for Escargot there. The low accuracy really came to bite him in the butt. Tendril's moves literally had about double the chance of hitting as his did. Things were looking pretty good in the first couple of hits of that first set, or first match, excuse me, but it's hard to consistently hit 30% over and over.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty rough. Alright, as we get into our next, next matchup right here, it's going to be Mewtwo versus Engine. Engine, a fantastic monster, whereas Mewtwo hasn't always shown the best record. I also want to point out that Zenaga has mysteriously gained a point.
Oh. Thought I clicked on, thank you. I thought I clicked on the right score.
So yeah, Mewtwo has definitely had a lot of struggles in the past, and this Gabu is very, very flighty. So
yeah, interestingly,
it might be a bit hard for Mewtwo to be able to hit.
Interestingly enough, Mewtwo probably should have won more sets, or at least more games than it didn't have, because it's honestly been a very unlucky monster throughout the league. It's consistently missed a lot of 70-80 hits. However, it's very fast. Engine does not have a whole lot of accuracy. It does have a shit ton of power, though, so if it's able to hit Mewtwo, it's going to do a lot of damage. But Mewtwo has a very fast Guts rate, has a lot of chances to wither Engine down. So if I'm looking at this just on paper, I'd probably give the edge to the Mewtwo. However, we'll have to see how those percentages actually play out.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit hard, right? Because luck has never been in Mewtwo's favor, but Engine, of course, with the astronomically low speed. So the numbers are actually probably going to look like they're in Mewtwo's favor. Yeah, absolutely. Right now we see Engine 23% straight. It is Gabu, so of course it's going to hit one of these at some point. But we could rely on Mewtwo actually having a better hit chance of all of these moves. As I say that, of course, he misses all of his moves and uses all of his guns. So, a bit rough. We're going to see the straight come out once again, and it's going to miss. I think a critical straight will probably, maybe even just outright one-shot for Mewtwo. Mewtwo is just having a very hard time. Engine is literally going for only straights, which is really funny.
Alright, so
finally a move hits.
Yeah, finally move hits, and it's a crit. It does 218 damage to Engine. Brings him not exactly down to half health. But he's probably done about 4 straights, and they've been about 25% each, so he's actually going under odds right now.
Yeah, I've actually been counting. That was his 6th straight that he missed 25 or so. Albeit some of them were even in the teens because of Guts correction.
That's really
Mewtwo
funny.
Takes the first game. Yeah, Engine just really wants to use the move straight. And honestly, more power to... Okay, number 7. More power to Engine.
So Demonic in the chat asks, are we going to be able to see legs, though? Unfortunately not. So one of the stipulations of C-Rank is that you can have any tech you want besides the special tech. So no Samurai Kick and no... What's the Ninja Kick?
Ninja Kick, yeah. Alright, Engine finally breaks the chain of straights, going and then immediately, of course, into a straight. So that's 8 straights that have missed so far. Engine has been hit once, and that's all Mewtwo needs to win, technically, especially since Engine has now used the 9th straight and missed. So, I mean, as long as Mewtwo just keeps this up and keeps dodging these straights, it's gonna be fine for Mewtwo as Engine misses the 10th straight in a row.
Mewtwo's kind of having the same problem where it just can't seem to hit a hit an ice bomb. Engine cannot land a single move.
Yeah, has missed has used 14 moves and missed all of them so far. This is really funny. Mutu is that's 2-0 right now for Mutu. Mutu just needs to win one more because of course C through S are all first to 3 wins. So we'll see how this goes. Mutu is going to miss the first move. Engin's going to go for a chop. Chop misses. Goes for another chop. So far, nobody. Okay, right as I say nobody's hitting anything, Mutu actually hits the paralyze or the bolt or whatever it's called. It's just kind of spamming him. It didn't end up doing enough withering because Engine still has the guts lead, albeit not for long. So we see the bite come out from Mutu. There's the moves that Mutu has been known to use, and the slap comes out from Engine. And wow, look at all that damage.
Yeah, we got 92.
Oh, foolery into actually dodging anyways. The straight was actually at 41 because of the foolery. However, of course, 41 is still not enough to hit Mutu. Meanwhile, Engine has just been hit with a blizzard, so unless Engine hits a straight right here, it's probably over. Maybe a critical chop could do it.
Oh, just a regular chop will.
Yeah, JK. I don't know my numbers, I guess. Engine strikes back with that sick chop. Takes us to game 4.
All right, so this could be the start of a reverse 3-0 from Engine side. Now, we saw Mutu using Bolt, that up-close withering tech. Engine has power, so Withering is going to be a little bit more strong on this monster, especially with Engine's slower guts rate. So probably what Mutu wants to do is stay out of that first slot.
Yeah. So these power moves aren't doing anything to Engine right now. 35% chance on Chop is probably the highest we've seen Chop at and not foolery 80%. And here comes the straight at nearly 30. It's also going to miss. I've lost track. It's like 12 straights or something.
Definitely in the double digits.
Oh, for sure. It was within the double digits within games 1 and game 2. He's just swinging with that move. Here comes a chop. Chop's going to hit, though. That's going to do a lot of damage, but it's not enough currently. Mutu has just done enough damage to Engine, and is now running down the clock with this move, and is now running down the clock with scratches.
That's
Here
bad.
Comes power.
Oh my god.
Didn't hit. Definitely would have KO'd from there.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Mutu takes this 3-1.
All right, probably one of Mutu's strongest showings. So good for it. Going off the last week with a big bang. So coming up, we're gonna have B rank, our mixed attacker rank. So we're gonna see Lumen from Zenaga's side, his pure pixie with 1-2 punch and phantom claw, and then Stardust. Coming from the Discord channel side, a Raki Hanger. I don't know if it's like that for you folks at home, or probably not for you, JP, since you live in crazy old ass Florida. It's fucking cold in my apartment and outside, and my hands feel frozen.
It's definitely a bit chillier than it usually is, but it's not nearly a problem at all here. It was actually mildly nice, and I think it was honestly mostly just wind based. It's actually pretty windy outside there right now, but it's not really any colder than it usually is. If I was to guess, it's probably in the 70s, which is a bit chilly for Florida, but that's honestly kind of nice.
Shivers in the chat. It's snow today or Matt. Yeah, Sam. My mom texted me today since she sent me some stuff for Easter, and she said it was snowing up in their part of West Virginia too. Why these bets are going off? And I know some of you have been using it, but we have a new emote in the chat. Let's see, what the hell is it called again? So for those of you who are subscribed. We have MachoCheeze Teardrop featuring a mustard arrow. So if anything happens that you guys don't like, this is the emote to use for you. It's a very sad boy. He's crying. Alright, looks like submissions are closed. 5% in Lumen's corner, 95% on Stardust side. So 20 to 420. Ooh, and then Ekin Seltar. Thank you for the follow. So we're gonna just go ahead and jump into this. JP, you got anything to say about this matchup?
Yeah, I think the people are right that this is not a very good matchup for Lumen. I think Lumen has about the defensive capabilities of a wet paper bag, and I think that Stardust needs to hit 1, maybe 2 moves depending on what moves they are. Definitely needs 2 more of those, but that's one of Stardust's weakest attacks. So I think it is not going to take much for Stardust to knock Lumen out, whereas in most cases it actually takes a decent amount of time for Stardust to actually knock things out. However, I think that this is one of those matchups where just because of how little Lumen's life is, Stardust can actually shine with all those hit techs it owns. But we'll see. Right now, obviously no KOs are being dealt yet, and usually the easiest way to deal with Lumen is to knock her out immediately. So this might be a bit closer than I'm portraying it now, but at least for this first game, it looks like Stardust will take it over Lumen.
Yeah, Lumen didn't really... Neither of them wanted to do anything there in the last couple seconds of the game. Probably a good thing for Lumen is that both of Stardust's shot moves, air shot and blast shot, I can't remember what they're called, but they don't do that much. Like Lumen obviously can survive 1 or 2, maybe 2. Yeah, exactly.
Not 2 of those, though. Yeah, we'll survive the first. We'll survive 2 of the beginning one. I don't know what it's called, but we'll definitely only survive 1 blast shot. They're called Sonic Boom and Flash Shot and Hard Mode or whatever, so I guess just Sonic Boom. We'll survive 1 or 2 Sonic Booms, but we'll definitely, with the ending move in that chain, we'll definitely die after getting hit with just 2 of them. So it's very rough because those moves, they're both coin flips, right? And usually those have such a higher hit rate than just coin flips, but Stardust also has very low skill. So, right now this weapon is going to do, usually weapon is a basic attack where, you use it and you're damn, this sucks. But there it did, 2/5 of Lumen's health. It's kind of insane.
Oh shit! Oh, that didn't even KO? Oh, that's terrible. Oh, okay, she dodges the 40, she dodges the 38, she dodges the 36.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, bro! What?
Yeah, there was just such a guts deficit there from Lumen that I'm not surprised that it didn't KO, but it's just so sad.
Oh, dude. He wouldn't let her get an attack in. She literally just probably needed, because her moves usually take a little bit longer than Raki's too. At least weapon throw. Weapon throw is a really fast, consistent move. So if Lumen just had the chance to run the clock down, she could have brought that to a game 4, but unfortunately she didn't.
Yeah, that is a bit unfortunate. Oh wait, that was 3-0, huh?
That was 3-0. Yeah, well, she's a very glass cannon build, so her games just go by very quickly. Oh wait, no, wrong monster. But actually, that was a very fun set though, even though it was pretty one-sided.
Yeah, very fun set there.
Alright, so last time these two faced off, Edenfell actually kind of beat Fenric's ass. But this is kind of a matchup that he's going to excel in, at least have a fighting chance to where, neither of these two have speed. Their skill doesn't really matter. It's basically who is going to hit each other the hardest first.
Yeah, absolutely. Both these monsters are really good at busting down things that can't dodge, and neither of these monsters will be dodging jack crap or shit. So this is potentially a matchup where Edenfell could do extremely well, but Fenric has a lot of power behind its moves as well. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to see how this goes.
Yeah, so as we can see on the betting right now, the betting is 90% in favor of Edenfell with 1K to 10% on Fenric at 111 Patuis. So betting's closed, so let's go ahead and start. So yeah, you can see the 82% on the slamming down is going to do a pretty good chunk to Fenric's moves, which is pretty good considering how defensive these two monsters actually are. Though,
yeah, oh my god, that did so much damage.
Yeah, the crit ray doing decent damage and withering a decent amount there.
Yeah, it's kind of strange to see that much damage on Edenfell, right? In one swing, but it's completely possible.
Ooh, dodges the 75% beam there, so Edenfell in a really good position right now.
That's really, really good for Edenfell. Edenfell could potentially even win the game off of that. Bite's not going to do enough damage, though, so we're going to have to see if Edenfell uses something bigger, like in the slot 3 or slot 4, because Fenric now has the opportunity to swing, but goes for charge. Even gets a high roll on the charge, but it's not enough, obviously, and now Edenfell's just going to take this game.
Yeah, so fortunately for Fenric, started throwing out those power moves right there, but we've seen it all season. That's just the risk of running these intelligence build in this port meta when you cannot remove their basic attacks.
Yeah, removing the basic attacks is something that really gives a lot of intelligence builds viability where there usually wouldn't be. And in emulator, right? And in the port, you obviously can't do that. So right now, just looking at, like, for example, Fenric has the first 2 slots hovered for those physical moves. So if Edenfell just walks into slot 1 and slot 2 while he has this anger, Fenric might just waste a bunch of guts on those baloney moves. But Edenfell does go for the bite. It's doing actually 14 withering, which is pretty significant because of that anger. Fenric is now dangerously low. A lot of Edenfell's attacks can just outright kill on a crit, and most of them will just be able to kill from that little health. Fenric again goes for the charges. The charges are not what you want to see if you're a fan of the Discord team. But Edenfell right now is in the guts lead, is in the life lead, and just kidding, is no longer in the life lead, but has enough guts and has enough time to go for something, anything. Is it going to do anything? It goes for a trample.
Play into the crowd there with the literally frame, like, last frame trample there at 70%, so that wasn't even his best option to go for. He could have gone for literally everything else.
He knows it's his last. He knows it's his last outing. He needs to. He needs to enjoy his last minutes in the spotlight.
Alright, so Fenric starting off there with a Ray. That one does not crit and procs Edenfell's anger, so Edenfell actually in a really good spot right now. The anger actually matters a decent amount in this matchup, considering Edenfell has a slower guts rate than Fenric does. His incredibly slow guts rate at 19, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
Goes for the claw combo there. Chunks Fenric down a whole lot. Does Fenric get power? He does not get power. Dodges the double beam at 71%.
Yeah, that's actually nuts. That's actually the second attack he's dodged. Of course, the first one was all very inconsequential. It was just a scratch. But dodging the double beams there is insanely good. And even though Edenfell does the foolery at the final end, he taunts, and then he walks up slowly, and he just stomps him to death. So, very, very good. Very, very solid. Performance there from Edenfell. It's now going to come down to Camille versus Jack to see who wins 7th place.
Yeah, I hope that guy in the Discord who was asking what Proto Messiah looks like is in here, because you're getting your chance to see him. We have Camille, the intelligence-based Proto Messiah, versus Jack, the intelligence-based Blue Kato.
Yeah, so this matchup is very interesting, because typically we'd look at stats, and we'd look at how things go, and we'd say, oh yeah, this monster has the edge, or oh, I think this monster has the edge. This is not a match where we can do that. And the reason why is because some days Jack is on fire. Jack just obliterates whoever the heck he's standing in front of, whether it be Nails or whether it be, like, Camille or something, right? However, there's some days where Jack just does literally nothing and loses to whoever he's standing in front of. Furthermore, sometimes Camille will explode opponents and just do massive amount of damage with his intelligence attacks, and sometimes Camille will do nothing but use heavy chop. So it's very, very hard to say who's going to win this, just because it's incredibly it's very much however the monster is feeling today.
Kabuhuna makes a good point in chat. This is the very final week to see if Jack gets drunk or not. It's the last week. We're having a party. We're having a good time. So, Mr. Dude Jack of Hearts himself, so if you want to sit down, have a drink, get a little jolly, we're not going to blame you. So, the submissions are closed. These are basically the same build. Let's get it.
All right, let's get right into it. As we see the Eye Beam immediately come out, crit, do a ton of damage. Jack's really going to need to pull something out if he's going to win this. The Smoke Breath is a start, but missing it is certainly not what Jack wants to do here. Goes for the Sake Spray, but it misses, and immediately gets hit with a Burst Cannon. Camille pulled out an impressive performance there for Game 1. Let's see if Camille can keep up the pressure.
Yeah, we've seen Camille be really good. We've seen Camille have some weeks where it's floundered around using those power attacks, so it looks like right now it seems like it's wanting to bring its A game to the final week, but we see that Twister Claw, one of the best moves in the game coming from Jack's side of thing. Very fast, very damaging, very accurate. Goes for the oil spray there, but oh wait, I was about to say Camille grits, but we are an S rank. Grit does not matter.
Yeah, so this is a game for Jack. The special stipulation about... No, if you give up, you'll have to re-enter the monsters.
Alright.
Special stipulation for S rank, the battle special grit does not matter. So if your monster grits, it automatically loses that game. So...
Ooh, Josh D. Pathfinder. Thanks for the follow. Nice to have new people in chat.
Yeah, Bio in the chat says play it out. We need to see if Jack gets drunk. Instead, Jack's actually going to take a KO with Bolt.
Alright, so took the KO with Bolt, technically took it with the oil spray there, so moving on to game 3. Glad we have a nice back and forth this time around, and these two aren't just floundering around using their power techs. Goes for that napalm shot there. Oh! Josh D. Pathfinder's gifted 1 sub to viewers. Thank you so much! Oh shit! Brody, you got a sub, baby.
Nice.
Alright. So we see... Sorry, JP, you go.
Alright, back into the match, we see 2 yo-yos hit, which means Jack has a significant amount of guts down.
Ooh.
However, Jack now has the guts lead, but does get hit with the napalm shot. Goes for the sake spray though, but it misses. So Jack is in a very poor spot right now. I think we would both agree that a drink right now would help Jack. Of course, I don't even think he's going to be able to build up the guts though. It's going to go to time right here. Jack will have... Sorry about that, the words got stuck in my mouth. Yeah, sorry about that. The words got stuck in my mouth there. I don't know what the hell that was all about. What I do know, though, is that Camille takes game 2.
Alrighty, so I can't... So, Josh unfortunately gifted the sub to the wrong person. But, I got my STEMI, I got my tax return, and I just got paid today. So I don't mind giving a little bit of love to someone who's been active in my chat for the last couple of streams. So that was a very nice thing for you to do there. That was very kind. Go and Josh, thank you for the support. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys are having a good time. So getting back to, oh my God, Bio with the 3 subs. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bio. As we see right now, Jack takes game 4.
This is crazy.
Yeah, once again, grit does not matter for the S rank, so Jack is going to take game 4. So it is now down to the last game to see who gets 7th place and who gets 8th place. Who do you think is going to win it?
It sucks that we can't do 2 predictions at one time, because Jack getting drunk would honestly be a really funny prediction.
It would be a funny prediction. However, I think what's a bit more important right now is the fact that both monsters just walked into their power move slot. So this last game is very intense, very important, and Jack starts it off with a very strong attack, whereas Camille goes for the yo-yo. Very bad option here as we see the oil spray come out. Oil spray is dodged. Camille needs to use something big here, but it keeps trying to throw its yo-yo. The yo-yo is very, very bad for very, very bad for Camille right now. As you see right now, it has enough guts to go for power basics. It's gonna go for a punch again. And that's really, really bad.
Oh my god.
We see the Twister Claw come out. That does it. The Discord group is going to take 7th place.
Yeah, 5-6 in the Discord's favor. Bordy gifting another sub. So we actually have a hype train going on right now. Another one. Thank you, everybody. And Bio, I don't know if I properly thanked you earlier, too. You guys are so cool. I never thought... Like, I always like streaming and stuff, but I never, like, thought I'd have a lot of support like this for it. Just, I don't know, this is such a niche game, but you guys are...
Very niche game.
You know, you guys are awesome, and having you guys in the chat and stuff definitely makes doing all this a lot more fun than I think it would be otherwise. I really appreciate it. Very close set, very fun set. I think Lumen versus Stardust was a very fun set, and then Camille versus Jack was a very fun set. Unfortunately, Camille not pull through, so Zenaga's team gets 8th overall in the season, while the Discord group gets 7th overall in the season. So now we are going to play for, if my controller can get unstuck from my headphones, we're going to be playing for 5th and 6th place with, let me hop on over, with Mr. SPBL himself, Bakuhuna, versus myself, Mr. MachoCheeze. So we're going to have Squirt Gun versus Nematode. If I can type.
Prediction is live, by the way, so make sure you get into your predictions. So now, the question that I want to ask the chat is anybody going to put her hype train to the 3rd level? Because right now it's 50% level 2. So I think one more gifted sub would make this a hype train level 3. So I wanna ask in the chat, can you find it deep within your hearts and your wallets to make this a level 3 hype train?
Oh my god. I appreciate it, but oh god, you popped my arm. I appreciate all the support, but don't feel obligated like you need to too. This is just chill hangout streams. I get a little bit of money for it. I won't complain about more emotes. That's basically all I want from Twitch streaming is more emotes. Because I have a pretty solid job. Like, this is definitely not something I want to make a career. But I again appreciate all the support in the chat. Kahuna says, "Good luck, Macho. Good luck to you too, Kahuna. I hope your loss tonight will be easy on you." Oh my god, Sam with a gifted sub to Comrade Bob.
Alright. Why are you saving the chow twice, Demonic?
I'll have to write that down in my notes. If any bastard tries to fucking throw more of my chow next time I do a Sonic Adventure stream.
Alright, so unfortunately that one gifted sub wasn't enough to push it to level 3. That's my bad, so I'm going to gift a sub right now, actually, as a matter of fact. So no one else do it if you want to do the hype train. That's my bad, I did math wrong. So I'm going to take that L. Alright, but as we get into the match, we have Squirt Gun versus Nematode. Squirt Gun has a minor lead that...
Big Tater 09.
No idea who that is.
I don't either.
Enjoy the subscription, though. However, as we see right now, Squirt Gun is taking a lead, but Nematode has a slight guts lead, but not for long. Gets Squirt. It's going to be a Squirt combo. It's going to be 3 in a row. 3 in a row, but then but dodges the horn attack at 71, but gets hit with it at 69%, but it's not enough damage.
Oh my gosh, a bunch of bits too?
Golly, you're rich today, buddy.
I guess so. I have a bits emote. I wonder why it's not working. Or like a bits alert. It's supposed to be Infamon dancing.
Ah, rip. That would have been fun as hell.
Maybe I need to update my alerts thing. I actually might go do that right now. So.
Don't worry, I got the handle on the commentary right now.
Oh my God, Julia subscribed too. Thank you, Julia. That's Zenaga's boo thing.
That's certainly a way to describe it, man. Alright, but getting into the match room right now, Squirt Gun, unlike last game, is in the backseat by a pretty significant margin. Nematode, it looks like it's probably going to take this game unless Squirt Gun pulls off an insane combo. It has 5 locked and loaded, about to be 6, but it's not going to go. It's run out of time to use everything, all of its guts, and it's just going to go for a tail assault. Missed the tail assault twice. Nematode takes to game 3.
Bakuhuna's in the talk about Nematode getting whooped. He was just warming up, baby. He's been down these last couple of weeks, but he's been in the lab. He's been training, and he's fucking ready to punch that eyeball straight into its face.
Damn. Let's see if Nematode can back up that trash talk, because right now he's getting spat on. He gets spat on twice. Nematode, of course, usually enjoys having the guts lead, but against a monster with such a fast guts rate like Squirt Gun, it's going to be a bit difficult to maintain that guts lead. However, Squirt Gun is going for a bunch of moves, and 2 of them have hit, and they've done a decent amount of damage, but also that tail assault has done nothing, but it did do it withering, so it's not all doom and gloom for the tail assault there. The critical 9 damage off of the tail assault's a decent amount of damage, but these spits are just coming out. Nematode misses a horn attack. That horn attack could have been crucial right now. Goes for the punch. The punch is 50-something damage. He definitely wants to be using the horn attacks and not the punches right now. It's going to get down to the wire, see if Nematode can pull this off. It's going to be close, actually. If he keeps swinging, it's possible. He's in the lead now. The Squirt goes for a spit right there. Goes for 2.
Oh, runs out the time with power. Oh, I don't think he would have had the time to get up there in the first place. So, Squirt Gun takes it. Nematode has his last outing in a loss. How the mighty have fallen.
How the mighty have fallen.
So I updated my Streamlabs thing. This is what my bits is supposed to be. This right here.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
I need to find a little thing for him to dance to too. I don't know. I think I say this every stream, but I'm a boomer when it comes to streaming, honestly. So if anybody know why my shit isn't working, help.
But hey, you call yourself a boomer when it comes to streaming. I have literally no idea how to set up alerts, so I just simply don't have them.
Alright, so this is one I've been fucking waiting for. My girl, Cabbage, is going to get her revenge on this stupid 4-legged bastard right here. She was up 3-0, and he had to come, well, he almost 3-0, and he had to come back and get the, grit comeback.
Dang. Some fine words coming out there right now from Macho. And then Kahuna immediately responds to the chat by saying this is going to be light work for Zyphoid. So this is quite the spicy matchup, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty sure betting is closed currently. Yeah, we have 1.5k on Zyphoid and only about 600, 700 on Cabbage. So a bit rough. So it is what it is. Zyphoid has the crowd's favor. Let's see if the crowd is correct. Alright, and as we get right into this matchup, goes for the rush slash immediately and it hits at 71. Crits Cabbage for almost half of Cabbage's health. But now Cabbage has a significant guts lead and dodges the second one. Everything it's going to be using is going to do a significant amount of damage. Well, I mean, for that tech, that's a pretty significant amount of damage. Only two more of those really need to hit in order for Zyphoid to go down. Zyphoid now in the yellow as Cabbage goes for another target kick. Zyphoid now with a flashing yellow. It's really going to be up to what Zyfoid can do here. Does a lot of damage with that move right there. It's really going to be up to who swings next and actually if they hit. Because both monsters have some pretty inaccurate moves. However, like this, when he hits it at 67, Cabbage, I don't know if it has grit, but it doesn't activate grit. Zyfoid takes the first game with quite a steal.
Okay, I looked at my thing, my bits emote came back up again, it was still just the default one, so I don't know what's going on. But whatever, I'm not gonna fiddle with it too much. So Zyfoid opens up game 2, missing that Rust Slash, and missing on Cabbage is kind of shitty considering that she has no speed at all. The entire design behind her is to try and tank hits with max life, proc anger, and just have a huge stockpile of guts to work off of. Does she get anger here? She does. As you can see, watch those guts go up. And being stuck in this animation is only going to make them go up more.
Yeah, that's pretty significant. As you see, the weapon only do 41 damage. The thing is, she could use that so many times. And before it was empowered by, of course, the Withering there from anger. But no more anger. As we see the triple stabs come out, it's going to do a significant amount of Withering. Let's see if Cabbage gets angry. Here comes the anger from Cabbage. And it goes for the kick right there. It's going to do 123 damage. Cabbage almost takes the second game, but Zyfoid gets a grit comeback. However, we're going to see the kick come out, and I'm pretty sure Zyfoid is down for real this time.
Yeah, so pretty fun set so far. Biases aside,
Yeah, here comes the Twister Slash. That's going to do a significant amount of damage. Zyfoid is supposed to be a tank. However, you can't really tank too much damage with a move that does that much force and you don't have that much defense. So Zyfoid's gonna go for a couple smashes here, but even after all that, Cabbage still has the Guts lead, or had the Guts lead after that. Oh, and a big crit comes out. Forget what I was saying. I was gonna say this could still be close, but never mind. Zyfoid is stuck using basics, but that critical basic does a lot of damage. Both monsters on effectively Death's Door. Goes for the weapon, but the weapon misses at 90%. Both monsters now in a position where they can do anything. The weapon throw might even knock out here, does 15 damage. Actually knocks out with the weapon throw there, despite the fact that Cabbage does not have a lot of intelligence. Cabbage takes game 3.
Yeah, so honestly, the smash there, Zyfoid's basic tech that he's doing, does not do any withering, so it's unironically a super good option in this matchup. So that way Cabbage can't get her gimmick off, and I know Zyfoid is all stressed out. Dodges the 96% kick, hits the 99% turn stab. Cabbage does not proc anger. Game's looking really nice for Zyfoid right now.
Oh man, am I glad that you took commentary over there for a minute, because after that last game I was panting for breath afterwards for a second here. Just like how right now Zyfoid is panting in anger, goes for the triple stabs, it's going to do a decent amount of damage. Also does 13, oh my god, just crits. I think this means we're going to game 5.
Yeah, this is going to be game 5. Tycho in my chat says, if you want, I can try to help you with your alerts sometime soon. I don't know that much. So, the problem I'm having is some of my alerts work, like my sub alert works fine, but and my follower alert works fine too.
Oh, this is going to be a big attack. If this crits, it might outright kill.
My god, dude.
Death Thrust with the Guts lead, with the critical hit, one-shots the tank, Cabbage. Cabbage is going to lose that. Zyfoid takes it 3-2.
I mean, how can you expect any other way to turn out when your monster is so lucky it clips almost every move and gets a 96% miss? Old Cabbage just had to do things by the book. She really tried to pull herself up by her bootstraps, but unfortunately, big business took her down. So, if you're on the side of big business, you can go ahead and keep rooting for Kahuna. But if you want the side of the working class, my class, root for me. I still have 3 chances to win this, ladies and gentlemen. Pick the correct side.
What are you talking about? Oh, God, bro.
Alright, so, this...
all that aside, it sounds like all of that big spiel... all that big spiel there just kind of sounds like it could be summed up by the words mad cause bad. What's your opinion on the phrase "mad cuz bad," Macho?
Weren't you the one that got 11-0'd by Zenaga?
No, excuse you. It was a 9-2. It was a 9-2. Yes, but Kahuna brings up a very, very good point here. These monsters are both top 4 in the entire league, both Ashen One and Odd. So this Cinderbird Ashen One and this White Suezo Odd are both absolute terrors. Odd only has 2 losses. I think one of them to Ashen One and then one of them to Erica, whereas Ashen One has 1 loss, and I think it was to Vegeta, if I recall correctly. So both very good monsters in their own right, obviously. But these monsters are... He is extremely strong, both Ashen One and Odd. Both these monsters do an absolute ton of damage, and they can withstand a decent amount of hits. So this is going to be quite the set. As we see right here. Oh, Ashen One was actually defeated in the regular season, lol. Wait, Ashen One also got fucked up by Erica? Okay, look, I'm getting mixed signals. However, right now, do you know what the bets are right now?
The bets are 1.2k in Ashen One's favor, 20 Patui's on Odd. 1 Tail Assault, 2 Tail Assault.
2 Tail Assault. Alright, 2 Tail Assault. Odd is known for just chaining these Tail Assaults together forever and always. As we see right now. Ooh!
Roasted marshmallows, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that was insane right there. As that big chewing came out, Odd took a big bite out of that fried chicken. As you see right now, as we go into game 2, we're going to have neither monster go for frame 1, but the I-Beam does come out. Doesn't crit, though. So, wasn't super great. Ashen One will go for the Fire Stream here. Does a significant amount of damage, but Odd not out of it yet. Does proc Anger, which he wasn't dodging anything to begin with, so that's not the end of the world. Big critical Tail Assault comes out, though. Let's see if Odd can bring this back. Gets hit with the Talons, but the Talons aren't enough, and we see the I-Beam come out. Doesn't crit, but doesn't need to crit when you only need to do 61 damage. Odd takes game number 2.
I'm letting the gameplay speak for itself.
I see. Is that code for you want your co-commentator to keep commentating?
No, that's code for Odd's beating this bird's ass.
Fair. So right now the chewing comes out. This might fail.
It's nothing.
And it does.
He was nothing. He was nothing to Odd. Number 1 monster in the league. Kahuna's been talking that big shit for months now. I don't actually know how long Ashen One's been around. For weeks now. And guess what? He was nothing.
Alright, whoever put the 2 Patuis, the 20 Patuis on Odd is about to get the biggest pound in the entire world. Is all I'm saying. Alright, next matchup, who we got?
We got Mr. Big Whale, Mr. Kujira himself on Kahuna's corner. Oh, I typed in Big W, but trust me, this is not going to be a Big W.
You're spitting fire today, my guy.
When I'm like energized and I'm like ready to go, I'm pretty quick on my feet.
Hey man, we've both been doing pretty well today with the bets. It's a shame that this is in the last week of the SPBL, of course. But if you really like Monster Rancher League play, then let me tell you about something else. Do you mind if I show someone else real quick?
Yeah, sure. We got prediction time up. So we got about 30 seconds left on the prediction. So shill more Monster Rancher for my audience.
All right. So if you like Monster Rancher League play, we actually have another league called the Monster Rancher Battle League. The Monster Rancher Battle League is probably going to be running for about anywhere from 4 to 6 months, and it's going to be run by somebody named Moosebones or Nash. You'll see him later tonight. He's fighting for first place today, actually. There's about, I think, like 80 or so monsters entered into the Monster Rancher Battle League. It streams on, if I recall correctly, Sundays and Mondays every single week. So go give my man Moosebones a follow if you want to see more Monster Rancher gameplay. You're going to be seeing a lot of it at least twice a week for the next 5 to 6 months. So if you want to see more Monster Rancher, I know there's somebody in here, Goat Paws, who's absolutely loving it. I haven't seen Goat Paws a lot in relative different chats, so I don't know how new Mr. Goat Paws is. So Goat Paws, if you want to see some more Monster Rancher content, you should go give Moose Bones a follow over there. Anyways.
Yeah, so all of us are actually going to have monsters in the league too. I'm going to have 4, JP's going to have 4, Kahuna's going to have 4, Zenaga is going to have 2, Bio is going to have 4, and I know Chace is entering some. I'm not sure how many Chace is going to enter. And then the people who have monsters modeled after them in the Discord group that played in the previous set also will be entering. Stardust will be entering monsters. Lexichu actually, I think, is entering a monster too. I don't know if Engine's entering anything this season. I know he just got a job.
Yeah, this is a shame. That'd be such a shame because he was the champion last season.
Yeah, reigning champion from last year.
As you see, as we get right into this, we see the Fly Swatter come out. Fly Swatter does 46 Withering. Sure does a little bit of damage. What's really important there is the Withering. Big Whale's Guts rate is very, very, very slow, but all he needs is to have the 30 guts in order to win the entire game. So he's at his threshold to win. He goes and hits the charge as a critical charge. At this point, I think even a Dust Cloud could win. Apropos is in a bit of a rough spot. Need I mind you that Macho needs to win both A and S rank if he's going to get that 5th place. Otherwise, it's going to fall to Kahuna and Kahuna's squad. So this match is very important for both branches because the win here secures it for both branches probably. And the Dust Cloud doesn't actually win it and gives Apropos power. Goes for the 2 whips. 2 whips does 313 damage. Does a lot of damage. Apropos takes the first game.
Yeah, so Apropo's entire build is based around trying to beat these tank monsters. So, unfortunately for Big Whale, this is a pretty shit matchup. But Apropos isn't the tankiest monster in the roster either, of course. So, a diving press, and as we saw, even a charge and a dust cloud will do a decent amount of damage to him.
Yeah, so it's very rough for Big Whale, right? Like, hype aside, Big Whale needs to get like 2 critical charges or like 2 charges in the dust cloud or a single diving press in order to win. And Apropos is really super stylized against defeating tanks, right?
Yeah.
So if Big Whale's winning this match, Big Whale needs to use a diving press and also dodge whatever move Apropos uses next, or just hope that Apropos just decides not to swing, right? So it's really rough here for Big Whale. Big Whale, I don't know if it was the most optimal choice. Here comes the diving press. The diving press is going to miss again. Apropos is going to win the second game.
Yeah, that potentially actually could have been very scary there. Apropos was sitting on a huge guts lead and he just wasn't doing anything with it. Oh, so McG actually posted something in the chat. Can we get a recoil moves only tournament? Somebody did that, I think. I think Stardust actually hosted one.
Yeah, it was Stardust's Stop Hitting Yourself.
Yeah, that was it.
So if you want to go to Stardust's YouTube channel, it's linked somewhere in the Discord. You could probably find that tournament. What was fun about that tournament too is that they removed all text that weren't flattening moves, so it was literally only flattening moves.
Ooh, okay, it's getting so cold. Yeah, I'm gonna go turn my heat on. I will be right back.
Yeah, go for it. I'll commentate the rest of this match. Apropos, unsurprisingly, is in the lead. He's going to use that Suffocation. Suffocation does not crit. Big Whale has the Guts lead and enough Guts to use Diving Press. Very scary situation for Apropos. Instead, we see a Dust Cloud come out, and Dust Cloud misses, so Big Whale is in a very rough spot. Only has the Guts now to go for 1 Diving Press. Instead gets hit with the 2 whips. 2 whips is going to hit, and so does that charge, but it's probably going to be a bit too little, a bit too late. Unless this if that Suffocation didn't kill, then you got like a crit charge. I could have seen it happening, but it looks like Apropos is going to win this 3-0.
Okay, so 3-5 in my favor right now. However, we have a pretty classic SPBL matchup coming up. We saw it in the exhibition. We've seen it 2 other times in the SPBL after that, if my memory is serving me correctly. We're going to have first frame. What the fuck are the numbers down at the bottom? We're going to have first frame, the Gel Pixie versus Lumpy. the Jill Hare. Battle of the Intelligence Nukers. Lump.
Alright, First Frame versus Lumpy, a match that we've seen so many times at this point. Let's see how
MachoCheeze
this
Lizard
goes.
Man confirmed. That's my Soul Calibur main until they took him out. 6.
Rip.
So for all intents and purposes, these are essentially the same build. First Frame is just a little bit more optimized than Lumpy is. Excuse me. Lumpy has a little bit marginal amount of power. That's not going to mean shit. And a little bit marginal amounts of defense. That also is not going to mean shit. So, we got 20 seconds left on the predictions. 89% in Lumpy's favor, 1.7k Patuis, 11% in Lumpy's favor at 210 Patuis.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure every time, all 3 times these guys have fought, if it is up to 3, it's been in First Frame's favor. He just kind of out damages Lumpy. But Lumpy is going to be a little bit more consistency in terms of move slots because he's got an intelligence move in front where First Frame does.
Yeah, and it looks like that snowstorm, even though it was only a 50-50, it hit and it did a significant amount of damage. First Frame is going to have to back up, use the Gelcopter if First Frame's really going to win this.
Yeah, so ironically enough, when we see Vigor proc, it doesn't really matter that much. So Lumpy actually was able to get that snowstorm off and then use Vigor to go straight up to First Frame's face. And so First Frame has actually only really been able to swing these power attacks. So not a battle special we really think is that great, but in that situation it actually worked out for him pretty well.
Yeah, and even though that cold breath misses, First Frame's going to have one opportunity to do something once in a lifetime. Goes for it. Is it going to kill it? It's going to crit because of hurry. First Frame actually steals this from Lumpy.
Yeah.
What an upset that game.
Yeah, so Gelcopter already actually has a pretty decent chance to crit as it is, and for those who don't know, that battle special is called Hurry, where in the last 10 seconds of the match, if your monster is down, it has an increased chance to hit.
Yeah, an increased chance of critical hit. I think it literally doubles the crit rate. So, it's quite a significant buff.
Alright, so both these two just swinging their power attacks right now. First Frame hitting theirs, but Lumpy unfortunately not hitting his. That's the 743 on the crit Ice Spikes. And then First Frame returns it with the Beam Cannon. And Ice Spikes for Lumpy, Ice Spikes for Lumpy right here probably is his best option. It's going to be his most accurate. However, he gets the double slap and takes game 2.
Yeah, so this is quite the intense matchup here. It's like both monsters know that, like, their ranchers' hopes and dreams are riding on this, right? This is 5th and 6th place decided by this match right here. They're going all out as we see another Gelcopter hit. Doesn't crit, doesn't matter. First Frame takes game number 3 in commanding fashion. All First Frame needs to do in order to get Kahuna that shiny 5th place medal is hit one more Gelcopter. Doesn't go for it, though. They both walk into slot 1. First Frame decides to go for a stab there, and then goes for the Beam Cannon. But the Beam Cannon misses. Lumpy goes for the double slap. The double slap misses, though. So it's anyone's game right now, but the snowstorm comes out with quite a guts lead. First Frame is left with a very, very small amount of health and an even smaller amount of guts. Lumpy there actually might take it with his heavy power tech.
That did 42? That was so much. I know that's not a lot of damage, but that was so much damage.
That was so much damage when you have 36 power.
Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting to game 5.
Game 5. Goes for the snowstorm, but snowstorm misses. This is disaster for Lumpy.
Oh, he's hovering over the helicopter. He doesn't pull the trigger. Goes for a stab. Alright, goes for a beam cannon. Hits Lumpy. This will probably kill on a crit. Does not. 662. Does Lumpy proc power? He does not. Goes for a whip. Misses. Alright.
Yeah. Lumpy's gonna need something very big here. Ice Spikes is not what he wants here, but one more of those, especially with the Gut Sleep, might do something. First frame just needs to hit one move. Literally just one or two moves, especially an intelligence move. Any intelligence move would kill him.
Yeah, these two have the same guts rate too. So Lumpy goes for the misses the other coin flip. Oh, first frame's in the driver's seat.
God. And goes for the gel copter.
Oh my god!
Misses the gel copter. Misses the gel copter. Lumpy can't come back from this. Needs to go for like an ice wave or something. Needs to go for anything that has a green icon. Frost breath. It hits. If it crits, it might do. It crits!
Oh my god! Holy shit!
Lumpy takes it over first frame for the first time in its entire career. Does it when it matters.
Holy shit! That set was awesome. Like biases aside, if I would have lost too, that set would have been great. But oh my god!
Oh my god!
Drop your fucking Lumpy pucks and the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
That was the best. That was the best of 5 of anything I've ever seen in my entire life ever.
Oh my god! All right, so congratulations to Kahuna getting 6th place overall, and then myself for getting 5th place overall. Not exactly the places we wanted, of course, but it was a good time. Good games, Kahuna. Shit talk aside, that was a really great bunch of games we actually just had. A big difference than when we first started out, and we weren't as good as building shit. So, coming up now, we are going to have...
Is that ya boy?
We're going to have Mr. JP the Mockman himself versus Chace, the Wonder from Down Under, playing for 3rd place right now. So we're gonna have JP Staple,
right.
Professor Ivern, his mock, what his namesake comes from, versus Funny Monkey.
Funny Monkey. So look, as much as I want 3rd place, I think Chace is an incredibly skilled rancher. I definitely won't feel cheated or anything if I don't win. I think this set could honestly go either way. Nope, maybe not this one. I'm pretty sure Chace D has this one, but I think the set as a whole can go on either person's side. This is going to be incredibly close. I'm expecting some amazing games, just like the rest of the night. Even today's been amazing. So yeah, this is going to be intense. You don't want to go anywhere.
Chace, we got 10 seconds left on submission. So Chace actually did very well in this past weekend's Freshman Cup. He is another player who's been in the scene in under a year. He raised a Jill Pixie for it. Did very well. Got 5th place.
I think so. Yeah.
Overall,
because I think it was Salaryman first, and then
Squelchy 2nd. Dimension
Squelchy
3rd.
Yeah, Dimension 3rd.
Jolta's 4th, and then so tied for 5th place with another monster. Almost completely swept his pool, except for my monster, Cajun Spice, was the only one that he lost to.
Hey, I got that.
But I mean, it makes sense if you're going by Pokemon logic. Fire beats ice, so it only made sense.
Of course, it only makes sense. Just like how this is only gonna make sense because some other look, Professor Ivan's gonna do amazing. I believe in him. All right, we're getting into this match. Biases aside, that big crit leaf gun. I was gonna say Chace is in ahead, and I don't think anything this leaf gun will do will make it close. But the critical leaf gun actually goes beyond my expectations. As we see right now, we have the anger come out. It's gonna make Headbutt do a little bit of withering, but here comes the Fury.
Yeah, so Fury is a battle special we don't get to see a lot, and it's already gone. But
Jeez.
It's a battle special that's usually intrinsic to dragons and gollies, and obviously you can pass it down. But what Fury does is that it doubles your damage output and doubles your withering. So it's essentially power and anger without any of the drawbacks. The only problem with the battle special is that it lasts, I think, 6 seconds max or something like that.
Yeah, it's incredibly tiny. Professor Vern takes the first game. I don't know if you were paying attention, but he stole that game by dodging the 80 and dodging the 76.
Wow, no, I was so focused on explaining what Fury was, I didn't see the numbers.
Yeah. Chace D, though, swinging back immediately with a critical slap into a slap that does a little bit less damage. But Professor Ivern, down 2/3, misses the headbutt. Both monsters sitting at around the same guts. And Chace D now has a guts lead, now has a life lead. Professor Ivern dropping all of his guts onto the floor with that headbutt. Misses a third thwack in a row at like 78. Finally hits a thwack. It does 71 some odd damage. Professor Ivern's going to need some crazy criticals if it's going to succeed here. And it's probably going to be needing to be using Leaf Gun instead of Headbutt. The Headbutts are what we're getting, though, as we go. See one Headbutt hit, 2 Headbutts hit, a third Headbutt will do something good here. Instead, he gets up the thwack. Unless we see, like, back-to-back-to-back Leaf Guns or something, I'm pretty sure Professor Ivern is not going to win the second game. You see one Leaf Gun, he's going to have opportunity to use the second one. If the second one crit, then, like, maybe. But yeah, that's how I expected all the matches to go, and even the first game was supposed to go like that. Professor Ivern just dodged 280-some-odd%.
I didn't realize how long of an animation Leaf Gun was. You had like 5 seconds left on the clock, and it pretty much ran it out just using that one move.
Oh man, Leaf Gun sucks. It's like absolutely terrible. Part of the reason I never go for Leaf Gatling is I don't want to use Leaf Gun because it sucks. As you see right here, of course, match has started. Chace D has a little bit of a guts lead and a pretty significant life lead after that critical slap. Goes for it again. He lost the first game on a fluke and he doesn't want to lose that anymore. One more slap move will do it. He's pretty much guaranteed to hit. Thwack will kill. However, we're going to see the Leaf Guns. First Leaf Gun comes out, does no withering, lol. As we now have the Headbutt come out, but Headbutt misses. The ball's in Chace D version 2's court. Let's see if he could actually close it out. Alright, he closes it out.
Alrighty, so getting his revenge for that first game, Chace is going to go ahead and get the first point for D rank. So moving on to C rank, we're going to have A sides, the Monol Zoom versus Chace B version 2, the Golem Pixie. So these have been both pretty strong monsters throughout the last couple of months. Who won this last time? Because you guys played. Have these guys fought? I could have swore these guys have fought at some point.
I'm pretty sure these guys have fought because A-Sides is like my only D-ranker, but C-ranker right now, the longest time. I don't remember, but I do remember this is incredibly like explosive for both of them, right? They're both low life, high skill, high damage builds. So it's really like one critical charge will probably kill A-Sides, but one critical flattening X will probably kill Chace C version 2. They both have really slow guts rates. So Chace C version 2 doesn't even get that much from having to be flattened. But A-Sides, like, charge, it will be very good in this matchup, but it's not going to do nearly enough. Whereas Chace C version 2, like, a lot of its moves have a pretty good hit rate, and the ones that don't have a really good hit rate will probably one-shot.
Oh, so, Baku gifted a sub to Chace.
Chace.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Kahuna. That's super awesome to you.
Yeah, so this matchup is incredibly close. It's incredibly explosive, and I can't wait to see. They have effectively the exact same build. The only difference is Chace C version 2 is slightly more optimized. As you see right now, the charge comes out. Charge misses, though. That's another thing about this matchup. Both these monsters have very slow guts rate, so a single miss can do a ton of bad. See, right now, 2 charges hit. Chace C version 2 now has the guts lead. Could go for that big charge. Flattening X misses at 49%. A lot of things Chace C could go here for will just one-shot, especially the critical brow hit. Charge might one-shot outright on the critical hit, of course. Doesn't get the critical hit, though. A-Sides is in a bit of a rough, wasn't a bit of a rough spot, but actually got the bit of a guts lead there, but misses the flattening X again. Chace version 2 has a bit of a lead, but gets hit with the flattening. Does it get grit? Does not get grit. A-Sides takes the first game.
Fab Bruckner in the chat asks, how do they get perfect stats in the Switch Sport? Just save before and keep reloading. Essentially, yeah, it's a lot of save scumming. But a lot of us, there's a website that lists special monsters that you can summon who start with exponentially low stats, like JP. I believe JP's model right here is a summon that starts with what, 40 and everything or something like that? Can you remember?
Something like that, yeah.
Or 60 and everything. And this golem, I remember, is very low. I believe it's like 14 in every stat. So those special summons really help with scumming stats down.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, for example, I don't know if you've been here, we were here this whole time, but Fenric that we saw earlier is a special summon that starts with 13 in every stat, for example. So there's a lot of monsters that start with really low stats. You see A-Sides get the critical charge to end game 2 in his favor. So there's a lot of monsters on that list that actually have really low stats. Yeah, 14 in all stats, 13 in all stats. It's really low, but for tournaments like this, where low stats, where you don't want to have to scum all the time, but you want those low stats, it's super important to use those monsters. So right now the brow hit doesn't crit. This is game 3. Chace C version 2 needs to pull out the reverse sweep if it's going to win, and that's a great way to start it off.
Yeah, the brow hit into the slap, just that two hit quick KO there from Chace C's side.
Yeah, as we now have game 4 coming up, neither monster go for a move immediately. We see the flattening L come out, but flattening L misses. So when we see the kick come out, kick also misses, kick being renowned for its really low accuracy. We see a single flattening come out, does like 93 damage. It's not all that much. Does no withering though, so can't even proc Chace's Chace has anger, I think? So no procking that, but a huge guts lead actually makes kick have a percentage to hit in the freeze. And here comes a punch though. Punch is going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, 2 flattenings or 1 punch. They did almost equidistant damage. A-Sides. Oh no, Chace has power. So Chace gets the power.
You just got your answer.
Yeah. Goes for the kick. Kick misses, but here comes the charge. Charge and power will do an asinine amount of damage. It's now down to game 5, ladies and gentlemen.
So yeah, I mean, Goatpaw says I play on console. All I can do is save frequently. I mean, even when we're building stuff on emulator, we have to save and reset a lot, but we have save states, which is a godsend. It is so much easier. You don't have to back out to the main menu, watch the opening cutscene, reload the game, rinse and repeat.
Absolutely.
With
oh my god, that did so much damage. That brow hit did so much damage. And it's gonna hit again. All right, Chace C version 2 takes the reverse sweep.
All right, so right now the ball is in Chace's court. Yeah, and then so we have that on emulator, which is save states are great, and then we also use a program called Monster Rancher 2 Advanced Viewer that was actually programmed by Lexi Chu. Monster Rancher 3 speedrun record holder, just programming, like coding, super cool with that type of shit. Who we based Lexi Chu off for the Discord group. If you are interested in playing competitive Monster Rancher tournaments, the Switchport Battle League is kind of a special thing. Most of the scene is played on emulator. So if you want to make competitive monsters, using the advanced viewer is a great way to really help you get into that. Basically what you can do is it's a little program that shows you all of the hidden mechanics and data that's under the hood of the game that they explicitly don't really want you to look at, so you can see like how much stress you have exactly, how much fatigue you have exactly. It keeps track of your stats, keeps track of your lifespan, stuff like that. And for some monsters, you can even track how many times you've used a move. If you're trying to go for a specific tech chain, it's great.
Yeah, and not only that, but they also get they also get updates every single, like not like all the time, but there's a decent amount of updates that gets pushed to this program. So just because the monster you're currently raising is not on there right now doesn't mean it will never be. So it's getting updates. I know it's going to get a big update with hard mode 1.0 when that comes out. So not only is it a really useful program, it's also a really useful program that gets updated semi-frequently. So if there's also any bugs you notice, you could talk to Lexi directly and hopefully it'll be fixed at some point. So we get right into this match. I don't know if you super saw what all these monster stats look like, but Erica, as you can see, does not do a lot of damage. And that's because Erica wants a lot of withering. Of course, Toy Hammer is the worst possible way to do that. So it's not very great, but Erica also has the maximum possible amount of speed. So here comes the Unity. Unity was actually fixed in the port, so now it's actually a pretty good battle special. If this Delta attack hits, it's going to be pretty detrimental, but it misses at 60%. This is looking like Erica's game to win.
Yeah, so Unity and the port, like JP said, it actually works as it's intended to, where, so what it's supposed to do is Color Pandora's Guts rate is supposed to be doubled along with their arena speed, becoming A-rank arena speed, I believe, but in the PS1 version of the game, when Unity procs, actually what happens is their Guts rate actually gets slowed down, like cut in half, and they still get the arena speed buff, so basically a worse version of Vigor.
Yeah, but it works it works as intended now, so it's actually a pretty big, significant advantage. But however, it wasn't enough. Erica takes game 1. And you might have thought to yourself, wow, that took a long time. Strap in. That's all I can say. As you see the giant whip miss, Erica now once again has the guts lead. Of course, this is a special ghost with a 6 guts rate. Hits the surprise, does 18 withering. And you know what? Why don't you go for it again? But this time it misses. Chace B version 2 finally has the guts lead, goes for the Delta attack. If this hits, it could be big. Dodges at the last second, though. Erica now has an 80 or so guts lead, goes for the surprise, and it misses. But, if everything is going to miss, you only technically need to hit 1 hit in order to win. Use the second hit. Crits for 36 damage, but more importantly, does 16 withering. Erica now once again in the lead in multiple respects, goes for the surprise, but the surprise misses, but that's okay. She still has like a 30 guts lead. No longer has the guts lead, but goes for the surprise once again and hits first, minus 16 guts. Dodges the tail swing. Chace B version 2 hasn't been able to hit anything of any significance at all this set, and stalls at the timer with the Toy Hammer. Erica takes game 2. Oh my god, commentating for this monster is such a pain because you have to talk really, really fast for 60 whole seconds every single time.
Yeah, so one of the things about this matchup too is I'm pretty sure Chace B version 2 has power, so anger will never obviously proc, so all of this withering is just going to keep adding and adding and adding up. Chace doesn't really have a whole lot of ways to deal with it other than just straight up dodging the attacks. So we see there finally Chace hits a move with the Kamikaze. This is where Erica's game plan kind of falters. She needs to make up this damage differential, which is very hard for her to do. Her only damaging move is going to be that uppercut. Misses the Delta attack there, so Erica has a huge guts lead right now. It's going to be able to just start throwing out these moves, get this chip damage left and right.
Yeah, needs to hit something big, like maybe a critical astonishment or a critical card throw. Uppercut will do it too, but currently is just unable to actually hit a damn thing. Has missed 4 50-50s in a row. Needs to go for something. The shotgun, though, is going to stall out some time. Is Erica going to be able to go for anything? Goes for an astonishment. Does it crit? Doesn't crit. I don't know if that was enough. I think it was, though.
Yeah, by 2.2%.
2.2%. Yes, this ghost is a woman. And this ghost is a woman who just went 3-0.
Yeah, I'm just calling her she because she's named Erica.
Fair enough.
So War of Attrition right there, which Erica won. Alright, so we got Santana, the Arrowhead Hanger, versus Chace A version 2, the special Japanese exclusive hair. Still don't know the name of this thing.
Neither do I.
But the little hairy guy. Hairy as in human hair. Not Not hairy as in rabbit. He's both. Either way, it's like it's based on a Japanese boxer, I believe. So I know Darko Beats in the chat, so I don't even know if you've actually seen this hair before, Darko Beat. So if you haven't, this might be a special treat for you, because I know you like hairs.
Yeah.
But Santana, JP, correct me if I'm wrong, is a build that's supposed to be able to compete with other fast builds in rank A. It's got Hidden Sting, one of the most accurate moves in the game.
Yeah, so Santana is supposed to destroy speed-based builds. And last time these two fought, it went to Game 5 last year, if that tells you how strong Chace A version 2 is. It's pretty, honestly, it was really close last time. This is going to be an incredibly close set. Whoever's going to win is really going to be down to who ends up hitting these moves more. As we see the 71% Hidden Sting miss, just as I said that, but Chace A version 2 misses the 70-something% straight. Santana then responds by missing another move, and Chace A responds by wasting guns with gas.
Oh my god, they are swinging right now.
They are absolutely swinging, and more importantly, they're absolutely missing right now. Neither monster said a single move, even though we've seen moves both at 30-something% and 70-something%. So it's kind of crazy just how little has hit. Finally see the dash straight come out, does about half of Santana's health. Santana has a guts lead, goes for the claw assault misses. Santana just hasn't been able to hit anything. It's been incredibly unlucky this set so far, but that could all change in a moment. 2, maybe 3 punches can kill with 40-something guts. Absolutely has it in the tank to do so. Misses the first punch there, goes for the long punch, misses again. Santana just can't hit a single gosh darn move. Finally goes for the long punch. It's not going to be enough to outdamage, though, because of the guts deficit. Chace A version 2 takes the first game.
This crap couldn't hit the broadside of a bar.
This is a very important match, might I add, because if Chace A version 2 wins this, Chace probably wins the week. Whereas if Santana wins this, I probably win the week. So this is a very important match. We see the long punch come out, and it hits. The back blow comes out, though. That's all Santana's health. Santana's going to need to pull off a reverse sweep if it's going to be able to succeed here.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's not really able to get into the back slot there to be able to hit Hidden Sting. Even when he has the opportunity, he's still not hitting it. The gas right there doing only three guts down. Santana.
Oh my god!
Still
just can't hit a single goddamn move.
Still not able to hit anything. Chace goes for the straight. Chunks about a third of Santana's health, so right now Santana does have a pretty big guts lead. An acrobatics might not be the worst thing if it withers down enough. Probably
acrobatics might actually be pretty good here, assuming it hits, which of course Santana has shown to have a problem with. See the 1-2 punch come out, 1-2 punch is going to miss. Santana just kind of stockpiling up those guts. Goes for the acrobatics like we just said. It actually hits, crits for 453 damage because of that huge guts lead. Santana takes the third game. This could be the start of a reverse sweep. Yeah, as you get into it, Santana misses the Hidden Sting for the 4th time this set. But the back blow, of course, is going to miss at 40%. Goes for it twice, misses. So this is going to be quite an interesting set here. Yeah, that does nothing. That gas literally does 1 damage. The long punch currently gives Santana the lead. Santana also currently has the guts lead. So, very strong start here for Santana, but of course, didn't have the guts lead for a second there. Chace went for a move print as soon as he had the guts lead. Didn't hit.
Ooh.
Activates the power, though. This is a very scary situation for Santana.
Yeah.
Any move from Chace outside of the fucking gas will probably outright kill. Straight misses, though. Power runs out. Santana probably has this in the bag. Just needs to, hit a move. I said hit a move.
So, Kahuna actually dropped a little fun fact in the chat earlier. This breed of hair is called a tornado.
Hey, tornado, that's a pretty sick name. So, hey, we have a, oh wait, actually, that's acrobatics, that's cyclone. I got the names mixed up for a second, but we have the cyclone from Santana, and then we have tornado being the whole ass breed. That's not going to be how it is, though, of course. As we see, the dash straight comes out, does a significant amount of damage, but Santana does have the guts lead. Goes for the critical zoom punch. That's pretty huge. Santana needs to hit one more move kick. 2 more moves.
That's important because
he
didn't proc power right there.
Yeah, that is actually pretty big here. Santana could pull this back. Goes for the Claw Assault. Claw Assault's going to miss. Chace can still bring this back, though, but the Long Punch is going to take it. Long Punch takes it.
Wow.
Santana wins on the reverse sweep.
All right, so that means, wow, we're having really close sets tonight. Everything is going down to 5-6. Potentially 5-6. So, coming up here, we have Specchio versus Chace S version 2. And not to be a stickler about things, this is a terrible matchup for Chace. His little ducky is really going to have to try to pull out all the stops to be able to win this match. It could possible. It's possible. It's Monster Rancher. We've seen a lot of crazy stuff happen in these last 13 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if I'm a betting man, I know who I'm betting on. But I'm also the owner of this stream, so I can't be a betting man.
Yeah, and actually, fun fact, mods are given the ability to bet. As long as they're not the one deciding the match, so I can't bet anyways.
Okay. So, while the bets are live, I'm going to put us on a break real quick. I need to pee. JP, if you need to pee.
No, but I need to unbox my sushi.
Sounds good. So, we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Too much fun. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright, sorry guys. I usually try to hold it in between the sets at least, but I was about to fucking... As Hank Hill would say, I'm about to fucking bust.
So get right into this set right here. You're about to see why Macho said at the top of this that Chace has a very bad matchup here.
Yeah.
And I think that illustrates it perfectly. Chace was using a move that you have to get an error tree and did a very tiny amount. Specchio used the basic kapow! So, this is a very, very bad matchup. It's not impossible, though. Chace S has won games against Specchio before. And absolutely can. He needs to rely on that bound stamp, though. Whereas Specchio needs to use, well, anything. He just, really, the 1-2 is his weakest move in this matchup. It is terrible accuracy. Chace S, what needs to happen with Chace S here is he needs to stop using these flutter slaps. Flutter slap is not the way to go. As we see right there, here comes the scratch. This is looking pretty clear. But that's also what I would have said about Chace A and Santana after that second game. And Santana brought it back. And this is Monster Rancher, baby. So Chace S could absolutely bring this back still.
Unfortunately, too, Specchio just isn't missing anything either.
Yeah, that's pretty important. See, look, the bounce, the bound stamp there does 366 damage. He needs only 3 of those to succeed. He needs maybe 4. But 3 of those to succeed, he goes for it again. He hits it again. Specchio knocked into the green. He hits one more bounce stamp, it's over. The stab misses. This is Chace S version 2's chance to shine. He just needs to go for it one more time. One more time is all it takes. He can survive 2 more basics even. One more time is all it takes. And he goes for it. Is this going to kill him? And it does. Chace S actually takes a game.
Yeah, I think one of the actual important things is that 2 bounce stamps doesn't look like it's regularly going to put Specchio in power range either, because especially on
no.
on power, those basics already chunk Chace a lot, but with power, those basics, basic bite and scratch or charge or whatever, is going to be doing a lot. Unfortunately, right now, Chace is doing the exact thing it does not want to do, and it's dumping all of its guts into those flutter slaps. And as you can see, like 4 or 5 flutter slaps from Chace equals 1 bite from Specchio. So playing this very poorly in Game 4.
Yeah, but Chace is a very speedy monster. He can dodge. He just needs to dodge one more attack. He gets the power. A power bounce stamp might kill, but it looks like Specchio is going to take it 3-1. And hail to the king, baby. I'm 3rd place.
All right, so pretty unsurprising end there to that set. A couple fun sets there. So Chace will end off the SPBL at 4th place, and Mr. JP Mockman will end off the SPBL on 3rd place. But right now is what you guys came to watch. We're gonna have Mixer Bioxion Critter Tamer versus Mr. Nash, aka Mr. Moose Bones. Very high octane set coming up. A little bit of a rivalry between these two also, we've seen throughout the SPBL. Very excited to see how this is going to play out. So this is for all the marbles. We're playing for 1 and 2 right now.
All of the Barbados.
So we're going to have... we're going to end the SPBL the same way we started with SPBL. A bunch of Golem Mirrors and D-Rank. We have Mr. Tuxin versus Large Jim. I believe last time these guys fought, Jim took the set pretty handedly. They're pretty close in build. Some have it in chat.
Yeah. Want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and viewers on scamblink.com.
Oh, fun. Okay. Yeah, see, these are pretty close to being the same build. Jim went with less skill to be able to proc a little bit more life.
Yeah, not a bad choice, but of course, with the extra skill, Mr. Tuxin will be hitting Large Jim more often, and Mr. Tuxin also has more of that defense stat. So just some slight differences in optimization. We're going to see how well Large Jim does here.
Alright, I'm tweeting out that it's Grand Finals real quick.
Heck yeah, baby. God, I want this final set to be just as good as all the other sets, especially your Kahuna set. Your Kahuna set, I want this finals to be just as close as that, because that was insane. And if we have a finals just as close as that, my whole month will be made.
Alrighty, finals is tweeted out. We got that nice little graphic made by Mr. Bakuhuna himself. Golem Mirror match, Mr. Tuxin versus Large Jim, D-Rank, final set of SPBL Season 1. Let's go. Tuxin starting off with a 53 damaging punch there. Goes for the kick. Oh.
Kick does a significant amount of damage there, and as it looks like Mr. Tuxin is just comboing Large Jim, but Large Jim now has that huge guts lead. The kick dodges, though. The kick hits this time, though, and look at that damage. That just shows you how significant a guts lead is in Monster Rancher. As you see right now, a punch come out. Large Jim looks like he has this in the bag, but now Mr. Tuxin has the guts lead. Let's see if Mr. Tuxin can do anything with it. Large Jim stops attacking once he has the guts deficit and gets the kick in himself, however. Mr. Tuxin takes this right back. As you see right here, the punch come out. It's going to be very close, ladies and gentlemen. The last hit will probably secure the match. And with these monsters' accuracies, who knows? Maybe it won't even hit. But that kick definitely hits, leaves Mr. Tuxin with exactly 0 hits.
In Large Jimothy, as Mr. Shivers guy in the chat put it, takes game 1. Fuck it. I love calling it Jimothy. That shit is so fucking funny. Alright, so... as you can see, these monsters are pretty evenly matched. It came down to the wire very last match. Very slow, lumbering boys on the field right now.
Yeah, and I mean, look, it works out for them, though, right? They're some of the best monsters in D-Rank outside of... I don't even know if outside of anybody, honestly. But right now we have the punch comes out, the punch misses. Of course, these tech names aren't exactly the most exciting. They're literally called punch and kick.
They're simple,
However,
man. They know what they're about. It's okay. Blue-collar workers, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, Mr. Tuxton definitely looks the part of a blue-collar worker, but I'd probably say Large Jim looks more like a chef with how much curry he has in his art there. However, we're going to see right now, profession aside, these monsters are right now, they are boxing right now. They're using a ton of punch moves. Literally only punch moves is what we're seeing right now. That punch from Large Jim is going to take the lead and will take that game.
Jimothy wins the set 2-0 over Tuxton, getting his revenge for Bio and Nash's previous set. So, pretty quick D-rank match right there. We're going to go into Dula versus Tungo, and I think this is going to be a very spicy rematch. I know Tungo got kind of worked by Dula, despite a pretty bad matchup for Dula, it looked like. Tungo is a Withering-based Suezo, and Dula is a tank. Usually Witherers are pretty good against tank, but for some reason, Dula, despite his 0 speed, did not want to be hit at all.
Yeah, that's what you call classic Dula luck. This monster is renowned for hitting moves at 30-some-odd%. But, you know, sometimes the luck will be on the opposite side of the coin, and I don't just mean getting hit by missing a bunch of moves. I also mean dodging a bunch of things, too. It seems like Dula's coin flip there isn't either hitting a bunch of moves or missing a bunch of moves. It's hitting a bunch of moves or dodging a bunch of moves. That's how dominant Dula has seemed to be. And both these monsters are incredibly optimized for what they want to be, and it's really all going to depend. Is Dula going to be able to pull off that baloney like it was last time?
So Kahuna says in the chat, "Hey Macho, can you put some Batuis in my account? I'm running low from betting on my monsters and betting against JP. Yeah, I will send you my PayPal link. $10 is 10,000 Batuis. If anybody else wants on this Patui black market, you know where to hit me up. MachoCheeze on Discord, MachoCheeze on Twitter.
Realistically,
MachoCheeze on Indeed.
Get out of here, bro.
It's separated. Macho is the first name, Cheese is the last name. That's Cheese with a Z, by the way. If you spell it with an S, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Oh my god, big hit there. All memes aside, that was an incredibly dominant hit there. All memes aside as well, though, if you actually do want to get more Batuis in your account without having to win bets, gift subs. You'll get more Batuis that way. Getting into the match, Dula has anger, hit with an incredibly unlikely move like Dula does, and Dula wins the first game. Let's see if Tungo can actually take this back.
In regular Tungo fashion, he missed the 70 I-beam, so good start for Dula so far.
Yeah, big stuff for Dula, as we have Dula not hitting this 48% move, of course. Statistics have come now to bite Dula in the butt. Hits the cut in two this time, though. Does not a lot of damage for how epic that move looks. So right now, I-beam crits. We'll go into game number 3, baby.
Alright, stronger showing from Tungo's side of things this time. Actually hitting his moves, which is really important when you want to win games of Monster Rancher 2. We have not seen a kiss yet. Neither of these monsters have really wanted to stay around slot 1. But these spits will do nice little incremental withering. Goes for the kick combo, I believe that was. Misses at 46. So Tungo is in a pretty good spot right now.
Yeah, very good spot for Tungo. Of course, if this hits, it's going to be big, but of course it misses. Tungo having a guts lead, having a life lead, having the guts rate lead, I even believe. So this is very, very bad for Dula. It's looking like we might end up going to game 4 with Tungo in the lead here. Dula is one of the staple monsters for Bio's wins. The kick combo does come out. Very quick animation time, so Tungo doesn't get a lot of time to build up those guts, but it looks like Tungo is going to hit Dula on the back foot here, but it's Dula, ladies and gentlemen. Dula of...
He's gone. Okay, so anyways, game 4.
Dula, of course, is known to make these ridiculous comebacks. So it's going to be really all up to see what moves Dula uses. I almost want to say using the low odd moves is like Dula's style, and Dula should stick to the play style it's honed over the season. But realistically, these moves that Dula's using right now is not a bad option. Dula just needs to hope that Tungo does not get a lot of these critical hits. Gets Foolery, that's definitely very good. The Rush Slash maybe not what you want to use in Foolery, but it looks like Tungo's actually going to take it over Dula.
Commentator's curse.
Youch.
Alrighty, so 0-3 right now in favor of Nash. We're going to have a pretty fun set coming up here. Vegeta versus Thrillho. Vegeta. Our Time Noise versus our Dribbler. So if y'all are a fan of soccer, you know who to vote for.
Yeah, so Vegeta, of course, an incredibly strong monster. I think Vegeta probably is ahead in Thrillho in the stats currently. One of Nash's very few monsters that are not top of its game, seemingly. But what it seems to be right now is that Vegeta is on top, and part of it comes down to, look at that speed stat. Thrillho is going to have a hard time hitting moves that are not supposed to be hit techs. However, on Thrillho's side, it's not going to be dodging much of anything, and Vegeta does both a significant amount of damage with those classic Naga heavy techs, and as well as those nice critical attacks and energy shot and energy shots. So it's really going to come down to it's like a war of DPS, honestly, because Vegeta can do a lot of damage, but has a low amount of life. So Thrillho can hit enough moves in enough frequency. It's going to be curtains for Vegeta immediately. Both pointing out also, these are both special breeds, so neither of them are going to have grit. So all damage is fine.
All right, hits the Violent Shell, 266 on the frame 1. Thrillho could not hit that move last time, so he's already doing better than last time. Goes for the belly punch there, doesn't do a lot of damage, and then goes for the stab pierce. I can't remember what it's called, but anyways, Thrillho has a crazy guts rate, so that anger netted him a lot of guts right there.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about. If Thrillho can hit those moves that do a lot of damage, it's going to be over. And look at that. Hit the Violent Shell, did like 240 damage into the Sound Wave. Did like 60. But that's enough, right? Thrillho takes the first game.
Yeah, so Thrillho played that really good in the little last bit of the oh my god, sorry. Played that really well in the little last bit of the set. He kind of just hovered around Soundwave, which is going to be an incredibly accurate tech for him to use. A great tech for him to finish a game off. And even on a crit, chunks a decent amount of Vegeta's health. Goes for the 41% Violent Shell right there. Misses. Tail Assault's going to hit at 87%. Into the Turn Assault, which that will definitely be a KO.
Yeah, you want to talk about sacred combos? There's sometimes in Monster Rancher it seems like it's just something I've noticed. A monster will use a move, hit, get forced into another slot, swing again. And right there, that's probably the best option of that in the entire game. Tail Assault and the Turn Assault. Starts off with a drill attack. It doesn't crit, so it doesn't do nearly as much DPS as it could have. But the Violent Shell misses. Vegeta has a huge guts lead right now. Using the pierces right there aren't exactly the best. Goes for a stab instead. Also not the best. Gets it with the Sound Wave by the Angry Thrillho. The energy shot there is gonna hit. It's not gonna crit though. So Thrillho is just kind of in a bad spot, but does have a significant guts lead. So this shell attack, if it hit, it was gonna be very good for Thrillho. But Thrillho just can't hit anything right now. Is that 3-0 for Vegeta?
No, it's 1-2 right now in Vegeta's favor.
That's right. First game went the way of the Sound Wave. All right, so we're going to see the Violent Shell come out again. Violent Shell is how Thrillho won the first game, so it's a great start if it wants to win this fourth game. But Vegeta does proc power.
Oh my god.
Misses at 85 while power was procced. That could have honestly been the entire game right there.
Yeah.
But instead, it was a big, big whiff. But Vegeta does have room to whiff like that. Does have a game to lose under its belt. If it wins this here, it obviously advances. But if it loses, it still gets one more shot. Thrillho gets crit. Thrillho's going to need to do the same thing it did last set, or the first set. goes for it once again, just like the first game. Violent Shell into a sound wave move. We're on to game number 5.
Yeah, Throw keeps, luckily for Nash's side of things, keeps playing the games very well when Vegeta has very low health. We're going to see that Violent Shell misses at 35%, but if we're going to be honest, hitting it would be nice, right? But maybe not wanting to put Vegeta in power range is good. Vegeta goes for a second drill attack in a row. Thrillho on the ropes right now. Vegeta still has the Guts lead too, which is pretty crazy. Into the Tail Assault, and that's going to be it. Vegeta takes the final rank B of the season, 3-2.
Well done to Vegeta.
Bio was on the board.
Alright, and like I have said, literally every single set tonight, it's gonna come down to what happens in this A rank. If Nash's Leon pulls through and wins against Lemon, Nash takes the entire lead. But if Lemon wins, it's going to be down to Franbo versus Nails, and that's not a matchup it's not a matchup you want to miss. Franbo versus Nails being a match that matters would be a dream come true. But before we look that far into the future, we have to look at the now. Lemon versus Leon. Lemon has been a Lemon versus Leon. Both these monsters are monsters that have been dominant in their, what I like to call their time periods. Leon came in the beginning and went absolutely ham. Didn't drop a single game until it dropped in the week before All-Stars. I don't remember who, and then dropped in All-Stars to My Monster USD Marth, and then dropped again after All-Star. So it's had a bit of a rough patch recently. But if you want to talk about recent success, let's talk about Lemon. Hasn't dropped a single game, has beat USD Marth, who beat Leon, has beat every other A-ranker, it seems, in the league, and did it in dominating fashion. So this is a match to see. It's kind of like the new blood versus the old blood. So let's see how this ends up. Oh my god, I need to do bets, I think. Hold on, did I forget to do bets? I swore I hit the button. I must have, misclicked. Oh well. If you don't mind waiting a little bit for bets.
That's fine with me. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Bets are set up. It's Lemon versus Leon. Make sure you know who you're voting for because their names are very similar. So make sure you double check before you bet.
They are similar. It's the same 4 letters. There's just an M in the middle. I never noticed that.
Oh my god, bro. Alright. That aside, you have about 30 seconds left to bet. Now 20 seconds, actually. So, take all of what I said before I set the bets into consideration. This is going to be an incredibly close matchup, an incredibly picturesque matchup. And let's see how this ends up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're ready. All right, these monsters have now gotten onto the battlefield. They haven't actually gone for any moves, but here's the Hurricane. Hurricane's going to come out and do a significant amount of damage, but fires back with the Scratch. The Scratch does a very strong amount of damage, but puts Lemon into power range. But goes for the second Scratch. Leon, sure, it might have been messing around for these last couple weeks, but right now, Leon is here to play.
Yeah, so Scratch is going to be a really important tech in this matchup for Leon. Leon has less skill than Lemon has speed, so Leon's going to have a very low chance to hit on much things, but Lemon also does have a very low chance to hit, but he doesn't fucking care because he hits that Typhoon at 35%.
Yeah, Typhoon's going to take that very clearly. So let's talk about these matchups a bit more as we've had a bit of a technical difficulty there. So Lemon has a lot of skill and pads that skill out with some pretty accurate moves in the first and the fourth slot. However, has some pretty inaccurate techs in slot 3 and slot 2. So what you can expect from Lemon varies from where it's standing, right? If it's in the first or the fourth slot, expect consistency, but not a lot of damage unless it has power proc. Whereas if it's in the second and third slot, expect a lot of damage or a lot of withering, depending on which slot it is in. See right here, the lightning comes out, it misses, goes into the red whiz. Red whiz, not the most accurate tech, and Leon dodges it. Now it goes for the Twiddling Z. Twiddling Z. Oh my god, there's 733 damage. Leon is not messing around today.
Yeah, Leon has his own 30% hit to take game 3, so Lemon needs to win these next 2 games for Bio to have a chance to take the championship, and Leon just needs one more. Lemon starting out with that straight there, not the best way to do it. Leon hits the 30% twiddling.
Oh!
And that's going to be it. Leon gets his revenge.
Leon gets his revenge. Not only does Leon get his revenge, Leon also wins Nash, the entirety of the league.
So we will do one more commemorative S-rank set to close off the season. Franbo versus Nails.
Alright, as much as it is a shame, the league is not gonna come out to the S rank. I think this S rank is still worth playing. Why? In my opinion, these are the clear best 2 monsters in S rank. And I mean, that makes sense, right? Number 1 seed, number 2 seed. Of course, the monster that nets in the best points are gonna be some of the best in the league. So, this set is very, very, very strong. Both monsters are intensely good. Nails by far and away the best tank in the... Well, I won't say by far and away, but is confidently the best tank in the league. Franbo, confidently the best speedster in the league. So it is quite the spectacle to see these 2 monsters duking it out one more time. Is First Friend the best S-ranker according to the stats?
Yeah, he is.
Oh. Well, griddle me silly. Never mind. Franbo, of course, still dominant. Nails, still dominant. And look, maybe the winner of this one is going to be the best S-ranker in the league after that, because First Frame did lose this week. So this might be a battle. Sure, first place in the league overall is over. But this right here might be the battle for best S-rank monster overall. And for Bio, that'd be a nice consolation prize. But for Nash, it might just feel amazing to take everything from Bio there. And that's such a strong start right there. Franbo left with 2 hit points.
Yeah, Fran doesn't proc power too, so that's going to be pretty good. The water gun procs Nails anger, so Nails is kind of in the driver's seat right now. Anything Fran uses is going to hit, but Nails is going to have to be betting on these 40, 50, 30% hits. So Fran has the chance to make a comeback. Misses that move right there, but Fran goes for the Ice Sword. Crits and does a whole 1 damage. Nail's just kind of sitting right now. Is in a great spot right now. Fran keeps going for these Ice Sword and then uses the... Actually don't know what that move's called. For those of you who don't know, Zoom has the most techs a monster can have, and all of its icons look incredibly similar on most of its moves, so... Could be tail combo, could be claw combo, it might be claw combo.
Yeah, as we get into the second game, the frame run option for Nails misses this time as Franbo goes for the water gun. But that gives Nails the anger. So the anger right there is extremely good for Nails right there, because he's always getting hit no matter what happens. He might as well get the gutsly out of it anyways. He immediately goes for a second anger. Into the jumping claw. Doesn't crit. Crit would have done a massive amount of damage, but because of the anger, does a massive amount of damage. Into the charge, Nails takes the second game.
Yeah, so Nails looking really strong in this final S-rank battle here of the SPBL. Must be pretty pissed from losing to Franbo last time, because he keeps getting anger, it seems like almost every attack. Goes for the fire charge there. Only loses 30 guts, which isn't too bad on a 10 guts rate monster, but Fran's going to have a lot in the tank right now. Procs anger with the water gun. As you can see, Nails' his guts is rising way quicker than Fran's in, which is pretty ridiculous considering Undyne's big guts rate. And right now, she's just kind of sinking her guts into the Ice Sword. Gets the million claws. Still in the lead, though. Nails is not able to hit her currently.
Yeah, a bit of a rough game for Nails, but if you're Nails, you have a 2-game cushion, right? So doing bad one game is not the end of the world, right? And you're not even out of it now, right? A critical hit with any of your moves, except for maybe your basics, is going to kill. The Ice Sword especially is not going to kill, though. And here comes the claw combo. Claw combo crits! That's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Nails takes it. Right?
Yeah, 3-0.
Okay, great. I thought I was super big and super hype, and I sounded like a moron. Yeah, Nails takes 3-0.
Well, congratulations to Nash for taking #1 in the Switchport Battle League Season 1. Kahuna made an image in preparation for tonight. He made 2 different images depending on who won, so I'm going to go ahead and throw this up on stream real quick. Maybe I can find some music to play.
Yeah, so just while that's being pulled up, I'm going to remind everyone of our final standings for the Switchport Battle League. In 8th place, we have... Oh, you got the graphic. We'll talk about this after we show off this amazing graphic that was made. Macho.
I meant to put... I think you guys missed what I said. I meant to search triumphant music, and I accidentally put in trumpet music, so this is what we're stuck with. But anyways, congratulations to Nash, aka Mr. Moosebones himself, with Leon, Nails, Thrillho, Friendly, Albarn, Tongo, Large Jim, and Monk, taking the SPBL, aka the SPBL, aka the Switchport Battle League Season 1. It's been a very, very fun 13 weeks to everybody. Thank you everybody for tuning in. My channel grew exponentially. I'm not a big channel at all, but compared to the numbers that I was getting, my channel grew exponentially off of doing this. I would like to thank Mr. Big Bakuhuna himself, Big Kahuna, for putting all of this together, letting me stream it, and just being a really cool friend that I've got to know this last couple of months. He put a lot of work in. He puts in so much work getting all these data sheets up, making these graphics for us. Just overall a very chill dude. And I would also like to thank JP for being my co-commentator every week. Even when he was sick, he would always make time to be able to do this. So that's very awesome of him. And him and I always maybe butt heads sometimes, but throughout he stuck with me no matter how pissy I got on stream. I would like to thank everyone who participated. I know this is a tournament format that takes a lot of time and effort. There has been over, I think, 80 monsters at some point, and between technically only 7 people, that is an insane amount of work put into this.
Yeah, the league has been absolutely astounding. I myself, of course, I want to thank Kahuna as well. Those stats have been amazing. I've loved coming through the stats so I could actually get ready for commentary, even though I would get it wrong a decent amount of the time. My memory's not the greatest. I want to thank Kahuna, of course, for coming up with this amazing format. I want to thank you, Macho. It wouldn't have been the same without you, brother. You've been, of course, our commentary started off a bit rocky in the beginning, but look at us now. Our commentary is smooth as silk. And even though sometimes I'd stumble on my words and get some stupid crap wrong and have to eat dinner sometimes. And of course, that one time I was sick. You stuck through with me till the very, very end. And this has been a blast. I'm never going to forget this. This has been an absolute hell of a time and hell of a ride.
Yeah, it's been just been a great time these past 13 weeks. But yeah, and thanks for all the support from everybody. My in real life friends coming through. I know this is not a game most of you know, but it makes me really happy when you guys come through and bet. All of my new internet friends that I've made in the Monster Rancher Discord. It's been really fun past year getting to meet all of you guys. I haven't had like internet friends like this since I was in high school, so it's been a pretty cool feeling to get to know a bunch of new people through the love of a certain game. And just, I don't know, you guys are cool. Like,
hell yeah.
Like, you guys have been so supportive. I mean, like, so many of you guys today just dropped subs for me, and tons of support for like a nice little channel like mine. You know, hopefully you guys stick around for when I do non-Monster Rancher stuff. If you don't, I understand. You guys come here for a reason, but if you want to keep hanging out, that's cool with me. And there are a lot of you guys who come in and hang out when I'm not necessarily doing Monster Rancher stuff, so that makes me happy too. But anyways, to just remind everybody of how tonight went, in 8th place, we have Mr. Zenaga. In 7th place, we have the Discord group. In 6th place, we have Big Bakuhuna himself. 5th place, myself, MachoCheeze. 4th place, the Threat from Down Under, Chace. 3rd, JP, the Mockman himself. 2nd, Bioxion Critter Tamer. And 1st, as you can see on the screen, our SPBL Season 1 champion, Nash. I don't know if there's much more I can say without repeating myself just a bunch of times, other than the fact that I had a great time. Thanks everyone for being here. Sunday, if you want more Monster Rancher action, Nash is the winner, so I might as well plug his shit a little bit more.
Absolutely.
It's going to be the start of the Monster Rancher Battle League Season 2. This is the league Nash puts on. It's going to last a couple of months. It's probably going to be double the time the SPBL is, which is crazy because this is already a very big time sink for a lot of us as it is. So, if you want a very, very, very long-running Monster Rancher tournament series, please tune into Mr. Moose Bones' stream. Sundays, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's still time to join. I think there's over 80 entrants right now. 80 different monsters going to be fighting for the crown for this upcoming season. That is if everyone gets their monsters in on time. There is a hard cutoff on Sunday, 11:59 p.m. Sunday night. So you might not necessarily get your monsters in for the very first stream of the Monster Rancher Battle League, but if you see it and you get inspired,
yeah.
And trust me, those C-rank monsters just take a couple of hours to make, if even that. If you're raising a power monster, just give them some drugs, baby. I know drugs are for fools, but for monsters, they're the juice that makes them work. So I'm gonna go ahead and... What is everyone talking about milk?
Put Nash's link in chat. And if you don't follow Nash, I'll drink all the milk from your fridge.
I was like looking, I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Did I misspeak? So there's the sign-up sheets, and you'll be able to get the rules for the tournament. There is very interesting rules. It's a level cap instead of a stat cap. And then each different ranks. So where we do team battles in ranks, this is individual monsters. You can have up to 4, and they get more stats, more moves, and eventually you'll be able to get to remove text the more you move up in the ranks, until finally there is the Winners' Cup, and a bunch of winners from the Winners' Cup go into the Legend Cup, and whoever wins the Legend Cup will be the overall winner for the Monster Rancher Battle League season. So a lot of great Monster Rancher content coming up. And then June, I will be hosting a food-themed tournament. I have all 10 entrants, all spots taken up. I've gotten 3 entrants done so far. June 3rd, I will be hosting a tournament called Food Fight. Until then, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm still gonna try and stream every Thursday. There's some indie games I wanted to play. I've had a couple ideas for Monster Rancher content, but I don't know. I'm just gonna figure some shit out. And Thursday, if you want to come in and hang out, come on. Like, it's gonna still be probably 9:30 Eastern Standard Time every Thursday night. Maybe a little bit earlier, maybe 9. Depends on when my puppy wants to sleep. But I don't know. Just again, from the bottom of my heart, thanks everyone. This has been a very good time. I have enjoyed doing this, but I'm not going to lie. I'm ready to be a spectator when it comes to Monster Rancher shit for a little bit. I'm sure I'll get. I know the feeling. Bro. I'm sure I'll get the itch just to stream. Obviously, like Food Fight's coming up, but I'm sure when Food Fight's coming up, I'm sure honestly probably 2-3 weeks from now, I'm gonna be just like, I need to host something. But I've got my Tyrone Bigums on. Yeah, maybe we'll do a Chow stream on Thursday for any of those who have accumulated a lot of patuis. We have a lot of rewards related to my Chow Garden streams. You can name chows, pick collar chows out, throw the chows, or save the chow if someone decides to try and be a fucking asshole and throw my chow.
Hey man, I don't know how much it is to throw a chow, but I have 14.4k.
5k.
Oh baby.
So yeah. I think that's it. JP, if you have any more to say, say your piece. But other than that, I think we're about to sign off.
Yeah, I have some things I want to say real quick.
Love every one of you.
I want to touch on the league really quickly again. I know there's some people in here who only play on console, so I do want to also point out the league is also a very interesting tournament because since the league is so long, if you communicate with Nash, who is the host of the tournament, you will actually be able to potentially submit things from console, not directly from your console, but talk to Nash. Depending on the situation, you might be able to raise a monster on your console and take a picture of it and show actual picture proof to Nash that you've successfully raised that monster. I know, of course, you could also donate to his stream and commission a monster for the league if you want to commission a monster for the league, if that's something you're interested in doing. I know some people here were throwing around a decent amount of bits and a decent amount of gift subs, so for those who are interested in potentially financially supporting out both our sister league and our friend of the channel and our current victor of the Switchport Battle League, you can also do that and even enter a monster of yourself into the Monster Rancher Battle League yourself. As for myself, I try my best to stream on every Saturday. It's not super consistent. Unfortunately, my computer is crapping out a bit, so the stream this Saturday has been unfortunately canceled. However, Saturdays past that, and every Saturday past that, I have a bunch of fun content lined up. I host tournaments sometimes, and I have some pre-recorded raising footage that I'd like to also put up on my Twitch. So if you want to head over and give me a follow at twitch.tv/JPTheMockman, I would certainly appreciate it. I'm going to post my link in chat. But past that, I think I'm... Oh, thank you. You got it for me, Macho. Past that, I think I'm good.
All right. So like I said, love you all. Thank you for the support. I hope you had a great time watching. I had a great time doing this for the past 13 weeks. So... yeah, I don't think there's much more to say other than
you put the wrong link.
What? Is it just JP Mockman? Oh, there we go. All right.
All right.
It wouldn't be a Speeble stream without some mistakes. So great time to end on. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.